Well, hello, locked in sports fans. Daytona Beach Christian University recently announced the appointment of Donald Felice as a new director of soccer and head coach. With a rich history of success in collegiate soccer, Felice brings an unparalleled passion for the sport, a wealth of experience to this program. His strategic vision and commitment to development student athletes, both on and off the field, will undoubtedly elevate their soccer team to new heights. As Daytona Beach Christian University embarks on this exciting new chapter, LockedIn Magazine is confident that Coach Felice will inspire excellence and foster a winning culture within DBCU community. Welcome, Coach Felice, and how are you doing today?
I'm fantastic, Rick. Thank you for having me here. LockedIn Magazine. Love you guys. John, big shout out. Just glad to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to spread the word.
Great. Looks like you're having some decent weather down there, huh?
I'm actually in New York right
Oh,
now,
wow.
working remotely. Got a house in Ormond Beach, so I'm going back and forth until the end of July. I did have some commitments here that I just couldn't get out of yet.
Mhm.
So I'm working remotely, but I have been traveling back and forth and have many flights already booked going back and forth. So
Great. Well, then maybe you can give us a little brief, quick outline of your history, what you've been doing before leading up to this position.
sounds great. So once again, appreciate the introduction. That was great. You gave me chills. My name is Donald Felice. I am originally from Buffalo, New York. I am a retired professional cyclist slash soccer player. I played soccer, growing up. It started at 6 years old, all through what we had in our town as Niagara Pioneer Youth Soccer, travel, ODP, high school. Actually had a scholarship to a D3, I think it was, Hiram College in Ohio many, many moons ago. But also loved and was passionate about riding a bicycle and ended up giving up my collegiate soccer opportunity to go to Europe and turn professional at 18 years old. Was blessed to race professionally throughout the world for many, many years. Retired at 41. Got back into playing soccer, never left the game. As you can see, I'm a huge Tottenham fan. So I was always watching and learning and studying the game. Just, as a professional athlete, I wasn't able to play because I couldn't risk injury. But I started playing again in 2013 for a club in Buffalo. Um, Getting to a bigger market here just outside of New York City. Having an office on Wall Street was always my goal. I've accomplished that, and now I'm taking this new chapter to Daytona Beach Christian University and bringing 45 years of soccer knowledge as a player, as a coach, as an instructor, as a referee, to be able to give back to student athletes and pass on some of the knowledge and the skills that I have for the game is something I'm very excited about. Once again, selling a home in New York to move to Florida for this job should be enough to tell you how passionate I am about this position and the opportunity to build a program from the ground up.
Yeah, it sounds like a great opportunity. Speaking of which, maybe you can give us a little background on, of our fans here about the DBCU, what they're about, and maybe a little bit, I guess, what divisions and stuff they play in.
Absolutely. So Daytona Beach Christian University has been around for 4 years as an institution. We started our sports program last year with men's basketball, which actually had a winning season, very successful. And in order to get our Title IX status and move up through the NCAA ranks, we need more sports. So we have added men's soccer, men's baseball, women's softball, beach volleyball. With basketball, we now have 5 sports. We are in the process of continuing to grow as a sports program. So, down the road, we should probably hopefully see 10 to 12 teams. And presently, we are an online and in-person university. And as the student body grows, we will have more, in-person classes to be offered. But that's one of the cool things about our university is, you get a little bit of both worlds where, you don't have to get out of bed early. You can still attend class, but you can participate in classes with other students. So it's really the best of both worlds.
Cool. I guess then that would be kind of the vision and goal then of the university and yourself coming into this position, right?
Yeah, I mean, one of the big things I wanted was some longevity. Once again, relocating is not something I wanted a one and done. So I got a longer term contract. And yeah, my goal, this year we are competing in the, uh, let me remember just so it's the New South Athletic Conference. We are competing as an independent program this year just because we are a new program. But next year, as long as we meet Title IX and all of our sports compete, we should be an NAIA program next year and then continue to move up. But my goal within the 4 years is to, contend for a national championship in full recruitment mode. And we have a pretty good roster looking right now. A lot of diverse players from all around the globe, some local kids as well. So very excited for the way the roster is starting to come together, our schedule coming together. So we have a lot of cool things we're getting ready to announce.
That's something I've been reading my mind here as I'm going along. It's like thinking like, okay, I noticed you did some posting on recruiting. How are you going to go about, I guess, like you say, you got the roster pretty well built. What's going to be coming forthright in strategy of recruiting, stuff like that?
Once again, obviously as a new program, it's a challenge. A lot of these programs we're competing against have, years of history, years of success. So a lot of players, it's a new program. But on the positive, me, myself, as the coach, I'm not bringing any returning players. I have no favorite players. I'm bringing in a new class with players that we are going to discipline and guide them in the process. So for a player coming in that attending a 4 year program with a 4 year goal with, no returning players, should make a player want to come because if he's impressive in practice, he's going to be out there playing those 80 minutes a game, 90 minutes a game, whatever it may be, get into the playoffs and it goes to play, whatever it may be. I'm looking for, quality players, people, student athletes to come in and compete. Plus, we're in negotiations with a major apparel company that will be sponsoring our entire university. Have contracts in hand. They should be signed this afternoon. So I can't let the cat out of the bag, but
Okay.
it is a brand with three stripes. So not to give it away or anything, but I'm very excited. And once again, we're playing on a grass field that's all brand new. No naming rights, no banners. So once again, building this program from the ground up is what really got me to be able to say yes. And the
Yes.
staff, the AD, the baseball director, Thomas Eaton, good friend of mine, business associate for over 10 years. He's the baseball director. And when he called me about this opportunity, when I knew he took it and signed the job, there was no hesitation in me doing that. The only hesitation is, my daughter still living in Buffalo, who is 30 now and has her own life. Was at the club watching Tottenham on Sunday morning, so I did something right with that. But at the end of the day, that's the hardest thing is to leave the family. I coach an AAU basketball team here in Greenwich. That's what I do up here. My sixth grade team won the state championship a couple weeks ago. A bunch of sixth grade basketball machines who were down two in overtime. We called the timeout. We set a double high screen, and my 3-pointer special shooter just buried it. We won in overtime, watching the kids. So, long story short, we'll be in Boston next weekend for the national championships. And I made a commitment to these kids, sixth, seventh graders, and I'm not willing to leave that yet. I wanted to finish with a national championship, and that is a memory they will have for the rest of their lives. And to be able to guide them and coach them. And, I have practice tonight. We have an extra practice a little longer than normal as we prepare. So I'm constantly around athletes looking for players. As far as recruiting, I'm in full recruitment mode. I had 3 calls already today with players. Our schedule is pretty much set, but we are actively recruiting. So, any player that is watching this that wants to attend a university, text me 716-998-9109. You can email me at the DBCU soccer@yahoo.com. Readily available. And a lot of the players we're getting are off of Field Level, which is a phenomenal app for high school players, coaches, to network in a safe environment. Not like Facebook or these other things that's, not real posts. These are legitimate players coming out of high school, transfer students that are looking to play and further their education and their athletic career as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you, your intensity and excitement just is up there and off the charts. And for this, I guess, position and for the university at DBC. One thing I'd like to quick just interject though, that I feel your pain a little bit when it comes to family because my mom and dad had the same situation. Now they just wanted to move to Florida to have a better life and have a good life, and they were kind of afraid to leave family here in Pennsylvania where I'm from. But I said, hey, you guys have a good time, enjoy your life. We will too. We'll see each other, So I know, this is going to be a little bit on your mind like that, but enjoy the trip down to Florida. And I guess one last thing, maybe we'll get into a little bit of technology. I know John and we've been talking about some things, how to, I guess, increase the visibility of the BCU because I've not heard much about the university. So to get them a little bit more on the map, I know you got schedule rosters, things like that. What else do you may have lined up? I guess like TV or any streaming stuff like that that may be coming down the line.
Yeah, I mean, once again, we're definitely looking. Once I get down to Florida, it'll be a lot easier for me. But, we have a great strategy put together. We're going to try to find a local cable company, local television show, TV channel that would like to cover our athletics. Hopefully work something out with, an advertising deal, selling airtime, commercial time. The contract we're going to sign with the apparel company does offer some branding. So we may take out a billboard in Daytona. We really have endless opportunities as far as, what our plans are, as far as concrete dates of what we have going on. We will be holding a preseason tournament Friday, September 12th. Saturday, September 13th, we are bringing in 3 teams from outside the area. We will be playing a semifinal format on Friday the 12th with a 5 and a 7 o'clock semifinal format. And then Saturday at 11 would be the third place game. And then Saturday at 1:30 will be the championship. So that'll be our first preseason tournament. We open our season the 20th of September, I believe, is a road game. So we already have a schedule in place. We will be holding a clinic. Our first clinic, I believe it's August 9th. It's a Saturday at the facility. We'll be putting a flyer together and getting that out soon. So we're just now starting to finalize dates as we're getting closer. We have our report date for our athletes. Students that are getting housing will be arriving on the 28th of August. They'll be moving in that weekend. We'll have a mandatory team meeting September 1st, and we'll be on the practice field September 2nd, starting up and going full bore and preparing for that open preseason match where we'll unveil the stadium, have a nice ribbon cutting, and hopefully have, some politicians and the local chamber there and get some press. And so we have a person at the university that we just brought in that is going to be handling all of that for us. So Giselle has a great background, and he'll be handling all that for the university as well. So the reason you haven't heard a lot is because there isn't a lot going on, but they've made some great moves with hiring aggressive, passionate coaches like myself that have a lifetime of history that are going to just pass all this on to these young kids. And I expect all of our teams this year to have winning records.
That's great. I mean, it sounds like everything's rolling really well down there. I just want to thank you. And I mean, you gave us a lot of information, but still had to ask, so is there anything, one last thing that you may want to give out to the fans, the community, that we may have missed?
You know, once again, trusting a new program, I know sometimes can be difficult. The university has great pride. The people that are involved have a great history. I'm one of those guys that if I buy a pair of sneakers, I want to go to the store and I want to try them on. I don't buy my shoes online. So one of the big things when I took this job was to fly down to Florida, to shake hands, to see faces, to see the office, to walk on the field, to do all of those things, which was absolutely an incredible, exciting time. So that reassured me that I made the right decision, and I'm blessed to have some incredible athletes that have already bought into the program. Fans, parents, potential sponsors, please reach out. We can't do this without our community, without the support of the family, coming to games. That's what this is all about, building a family environment, being competitive, teaching, learning, and growing, not just as an athlete, but as a person to, be a better contributor to the world.
Well, thanks. We here at LockedIn Magazine Sports think this is going to be a great opportunity for you and for the university to succeed. So, anytime you've got anything new to let us know, and we thank you for stopping in and talking with us for a little bit.
And I thank you very much as well, Rick and Locked In. You guys are phenomenal. I know everywhere you go, everything you guys do is all top shelf, and I'm just honored and blessed to have this opportunity to spread the word of Daytona Beach Christian University soccer. So go Saffron.
See, you got somebody here cheering for you. um,
Appreciate that.
Thanks. Good to see you. Bye.
Yep, you as well. Have a great day, and thanks again.